I guess just robing.
Robing. So disrobe is when you take the robe off.
I was robing one out.
Yes.
I've never been robed.
You ever been robed before?
Equipping.
Good to be robed. All right.
feather.
I think we're back. Let me make sure everything's rolling. It looks like it is. All right, everybody. Welcome back to There Will Be Dungeons. Bo, take it away.
Tolbal Praith looks to you, Nash, and says, "Yes, we've revealed the great truth in you. I can only imagine such traumas were difficult for your human mind to bear, but we brought it out. I caution you on sharing your powerful secret, Nash, for there are those who would deign to take it from you. Such a powerful technology. Who wouldn't want to steal it from you? I would be very careful about exposing your inner truth. That is my word of warning to you. Now, to continue fulfilling my promises. I've promised an artifact of great power to each of you. Hope. You have trained with ballistic firearms all your life, yes?
Yes.
I know of a powerful weapon created before the Scorching, when my kind and the humans worked together to create machinery of sheer destruction. And my senses tell me a powerful set of revolvers are hidden away in a place in your world called the Teat. These are no ordinary revolvers. They too are fused with magic and forged of dragon metals. If you wish to obtain these, go to the Teat and find a woman who goes by the name of the Acromonicar. It is with her that these are currently being guarded. These weapons belong to a general in that time, and he named them Fox and Scully. They're powerful, powerful weapons. Stanley, tell me, what do you know of your kind?
I don't know very much about my people.
But you've heard, of course, that all elves return to the sky.
That's what I've been told.
And yet so many of your kind fail to do so. Well, what if I told you there was a way?
I would certainly be intrigued.
There is a place beyond the Dead Fingers called the Stony Tier. And to look at it from afar, you would think this is but some tower from a long-forgotten age that is bereft of anything valuable. In fact, inside there lies dormant this machine, this vehicle of an ancient time in your world called a rocket ship. Consult with the spirits inside. You will find a way to take that rocket ship to a place called Elhendar, where your kind live in exile in the void of space. there you will be given gifts beyond any reckoning that your desert world could offer you. I have given you my boon, and now I have granted you artifacts of power. And now, for the last of my promises to be fulfilled, it is information. Forel, unfortunately, you've chosen to forge your own path, which I respect. But since you have not paid a price, I cannot in good conscience keep you here. He raises up a hand and Forel blinks out of existence.
Oh shit! I mean, oh shit!
So we'll see you later, Kyle.
Oh man.
What a weird episode.
Very good. Now, on to the matter at hand of curing the blight that pollutes your world. And doing what I can to assist you in attaining the goal of destroying the principle once and for all. Freeing your world and mine from his corruption. The strategic key to the principle's control of your lands, including those settlements and those people most precious to you, Dust Hill and Pristine. It all happens through the esophageal pass. Close the esophageal pass, and no bile shall make its way through it. Yes? But how does one destroy mountains and close off such a wide pass? You will need a special type of material. It's called celestium. It is rock from the heavens itself. Yes, the heavens. Another plane of existence that you may have thought myth, that you may have thought a story. But it exists, and it's a vile place, make no mistake. But their tears fall from their world into other worlds and form into hardened material, which is highly explosive. And a few of those celestium rocks will bring down a mountain when ignited with the proper accelerant. Dragon's breath, which you now have a source of. The celestium can be found in a far-off place, long forgotten beyond the dead fingers. Do any of you happen to have a map?
I believe we do. Who's holding the map? Hope, was it you?
Yes. And I'll pull out the map and open it.
Okay. Let me mark the locations on your map for you, so you'll have something to refer to. And I'm still trying to buy time so I can give that to you, but I can't find it. There, marked by Cthulhu Praise. I'm uploading it into the chat, into the Slack chat now. It may be a rather large file, but it's a very large
Oops, I
file.
clicked the wrong.
But it's on its way. Okay.
All right.
But it's essentially to the west, far, far to the west, near where the wasteland ends and the salt begins, there are ruins of a place long forgotten. And under these ruins, you will find the celestium you need. This is the only sure way to ensure the permanent removal of the principal's forces from your part of the world. Once you've secured the safety of your people, then you can set your sights on traveling to Principal City. And perhaps with the keys I've provided Nash to the Chateau Weir, we can consult again once your goals are completed. Are there any questions?
How do we contact you?
Well, you'd have to be underground. Remember, as we discussed, our magic is limited on the surface, and there's no sure way to speak. But if you can find yourself at least... what does it say? Sorry, I have to consult a rule. Sorry about that. There's another item I've added to your inventory, actually, Nash. It's called Keys to the Chateau Weir. I don't know if you see that there.
I can check. If not, I'll refresh and see. Oh, yeah, I see it.
Okay, so that will specify the conditions under which you can use the key.
Oh, here it is.
So the bearer of the key can concentrate in his or her imagination in the interior of the Chateau Weir for 1 minute and create a portal. The key can only be used 100 feet below the surface of the land.
Okay, as its magic
That's
is
what I need to
suppressed,
know.
the principle.
You'll only be able to contact me through an emissary from the chateau using the magical key I gave you. Take great care not to lose this key. Now, the map is uploaded. It's 100 megs. It's just a really large PNG. So you might want to download it now so you can have a look at it. But when you open it up, you'll see that the things I've discussed are marked on the map. It's the same map, just with the markings on it.
Where did you put this? In Slack?
It's in Slack, yeah.
Okay. I'll grab it and get it on the site so people can see it. I'll show this chat room right now. And so you've marked this where we need.
I have a question for you, Katobo Praith.
Yes, Stanley.
Your previous associate, Tylander Sullivan, was capable of some fairly impressive magic that he said he drew from you as a source. I'm also a student of magic. I was wondering if there was anything you could offer in that way to me.
The thing is, I could offer you something, but it would cost you far more than I believe you're willing to pay. I would need you to be my thrall. That would mean surrendering your soul to me. But I do not think that you're one who's ready for such a thing. See into your heart, Stanley. There's too much good left in you.
Perhaps we'll see how this little journey goes first.
Or am I mistaken? Do you not care for your world?
No, I do. I was simply curious as someone who is interested in magic beyond my current me.
Perhaps I'll give it some consideration. If you have something specific in mind to propose to me in exchange that I would find valuable.
No, let me look. I think I have anything. See what old Stanley has.
Based on your assessment of him, without rolling for any information, you know that explained last episode, demons pretty much only value souls. If not your own, maybe souls willing givenly by other people. For example, if you were able to give him a few people.
Did you say willing givenly? I think you said willing givenly. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Given willingly.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
I might have said that. I speak
It really threw me.
Yeah,
you have a sense that if you could find some people, some suckers to give them, give up their souls willingly to Katobo Praith, that might be worth something to them.
Let's forget that and put it on hold for the time being. I did have another question about this deal that perhaps would have been better asked before we signed, but regardless, might as well pique my curiosity. Should something unfortunate happen to one of us and we were to pass away before the principal has been defeated, what would happen in that case? And would it be any different if the others were successful ultimately after the fact?
Oh, are you saying, what if one of you dies, but the remainder fulfill the bargain?
Yeah.
Is your soul forfeit to me?
Yeah.
No. don't have last hit in Dungeons and Dragons. I would consider the pact honored, Stanley. You have my assurances that your afterlife, whatever it is, would remain safe so long as the bargain is fulfilled.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ketobal Praith, last night I was visited by my mom. Were you able to find her?
I found her, yes.
So if you can do that, how many survived?
How many survived what, dear child?
The massacre of my village.
I only know what people inform me of, so this information may not be correct. I understand all but one survived.
Do you know where he is?
Where your father is.
Yes.
I do not. As I said, because of the principle, my ability to see into your world is limited, but I do hear things from my agents from time to time. I would be willing to bet, if he was a specimen of excellence, that he would have made it to Principal City, perhaps to be farmed by the Cellsmiths. Cellsmith. It's hard to say.
You did a fine job.
I'll nod slowly and very seriously, and then go quiet.
Good. Is that all? Is there no more questions about what needs to be done here?
We still desire to free our friends that are being held in Slave Town, sometimes known as Pristine. We're a little unsure how to do that. The reason we had gone down there was looking for a deed that was said to be on Tylander's body. We can certainly look and see if we have it, but if you have any guidance for us on how we might achieve our goals in Slave Town, it would be appreciated as well.
I can answer this one. The deed's been destroyed. It was used as a reagent in the summoning ritual. An item of great value was required. It is no more. There is no deed.
Well,
As for your friends in Slave Town, well, that's going to be a decision you'll have to make. My stratagem will ensure the long-term absence, or absence is not the right word, the long-term disinterest of the principal. He will not send his Toyota host through the mountains to collect resources from your resource-rich part of the world, as too many will perish during the travel to make it worth it. No passage, none of the forces. Once they're cut off, whatever remains that belongs to the principal can be destroyed. I counsel you to do it in this order because if you decide to retaliate first and wait to close the pass, they will send more. They have much, much more at their disposal than what you see in your part of the world. The only way to assure long-term success in your campaign would be to eliminate their ability to access the safety, the relative safety of your side.
understood.
I have a question, says the dragon.
Yes, great one.
Okay, here's the deal. Where is Varel exactly? We like to stick together as a team. Where is he now?
I've deposited him back into the chamber from whence we left. He's safe, I assure you.
Is he confused, though? Because that was confusing.
I'm sure he'll figure it out soon enough.
Okay, that's all I had. It makes me cough to talk like this.
It does.
Yep.
Yeah. So Cthulhu Praet looks and he says, well, if there are no more questions or no more information that you need from me, then let us consider our business concluded. If you do run into an impasse or require my assistance again, you may return to the Chateau Weir as we agreed upon. I've given Nash a key that you may use under the earth to return, and I will make time to consult with you as needed on whatever topics you require assistance with. I'm very invested in your success.
And what exactly are your plans when you get to return to the surface?
My plans... Sorry, the question's phrasing. I'm not looking to return to the surface. But yes, there are no doubt people of your world that require my assistance. And I'll be able to help them. Just as I'm helping you.
Understood.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Well, does anybody else want to ask Tobal Praith anything before we leave?
No.
No.
He snaps his fingers. And Stanley and Nash disappear.
Oh. Off
Bye.
these go? Okay.
Oh no!
Oh no!
You're awfully quiet, young one.
Well, I've been through a lot the past few hours.
I sense anger in you.
Yes.
I felt it necessary to assure you that I'm taking good care of your mother. She has made an agreement with me. Now she's under my care. But I wanted to assure you that she is not suffering. And she will not be unhappy. So long as we both get what we want, right?
Yes.
If we fail to kill the principal, I don't know what kind of promises I can keep then. Something you should keep in mind. If failure begins looking like an option.
I don't fail.
You disappear out too. Right. Everyone can come back now.
Hell.
We're back.
All right, so there's like this weird feeling as you're like, Varel, you pop into existence back in the chamber where you fought the Beholder and Thailander. You kind of go whoa, 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 and you hit the ground on your feet. You're back in this dank room with no exit, with the stage broken and the Beholder corpse in the corner. And then just a few seconds later, you hear. And you see Nash, a big giant dragon, pop into the air and hit the ground on his fours, and then Stanley, just sort of gracefully elf style, hit the ground. And then a few seconds later, Hope pops into the air too, sort of floats down on her feet gracefully. And you're all back in that room. It's quiet, as if nothing had ever happened.
Is Nash still a dragon?
Yeah.
Nash is still a dragon.
The only reason I've stayed a dragon, for the record, is because if we had any kind of encounters that we weren't ready for, I figured it'd be best to stay that way to start, because I can only do this once a day.
No, you can do it multiple times a day, I think. It's just you suffer 1d4 levels of exhaustion.
Oh, right. Which
6 levels of exhaustion equals death.
Right. Oh, well, in that case, now that we're out of there and we're in a place where I can kind of control things, I'm going to wish myself back to normal. Because I also want to know how this exhaustion thing's going to work.
Okay, roll 1d4, please.
Okay.
You want lower, just saying.
Right, lower the better.
Yeah.
Okay. D4. Sorry. 1D4. There we go. 1.
Okay, so you have, where is the exhaustion? I believe you have disadvantage on skill and ability checks. I believe that's what it is.
Okay.
Until you take a long rest.
So I have a disability until then. But I don't take any actual damage from the exhaustion, right?
No.
Okay.
Usually exhaustion just means you get worse and worse at everything. Oh yeah, so level 2 exhaustion is your speed is halved. Level 3 is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Level 4 is hit point maximum halved. Exhaustion level 5 is your speed is 0.
Jeez.
Can't move.
Okay.
And 6 is death.
Okay.
Yeah, so right now you have disadvantage on ability checks. So you can still have combat like no problem.
All right.
Did I have some time when I was back before they all appeared?
Nope, time didn't work the way that you'd expect. They were
Okay.
You blinked back in like 2 seconds before they did. The damn weird time standard is so different from the regular world.
I have many questions for you all, but we are still in their domain. And I fear you are all tainted. Frankly. There is something I wish to do, though. Something that gives me great pride. And if I would be allowed the time, I would very much enjoy it.
What would you like for it?
The beast we fell. I wish to use its body to construct a shield of great power.
I don't
Wouldn't be opposed to that.
Yeah, I don't need it.
No.
I don't see why we have to leave for this moment.
Excellent. I have many thoughts of which to share with you all about these exchanges. But for now, I know we will face only greater opponents as we go, and I may need to adapt. And with that, I'll walk over. You said there was a table in the room full of tools. I'll grab a dagger off of it, and I want to cut out all of the beholder's teeth and point them inward to create a teeth bone shield using my cunning artisan.
What material are you using for the shield itself? Or is it the teeth that you're making a shield out of?
Right, so the teeth are little triangles, and if you line them all up in a circle...
Ow. Okay. What are you using to connect them or strap them together?
The body. So, as part of a short rest, you can harvest bone and hide from a slain beast that is small or larger, and create the following items: a shield, a club, javelin, darts.
Yeah, I assume you can do this without needing what like a dwarf would need, which is like a forward. You know, like there's no metallurgy involved. It's sort of natural, but there'd probably be some curing involved in doing this, right? In the construction of it, perhaps. Like, I'm just trying to get a sense of how long this will take.
It appears to be ready to rock after the end of the short rest. So sinews and things that wouldn't.
Short rest is about an hour, so okay, all right. Are you going to make yourself a shield from the hide of a beholder?
Yes.
The teeth of a beholder, and just using it with hide. So make sure you write that down because there isn't an item like that in D&D Beyond. It's a custom item. I don't know how long you'll keep it, but make sure it's noted. Very good. So you now have that. Teeth in resilience would probably be the equivalent of. I don't think you can get a plate shield, but there's different shield classifications. It wouldn't be like a wooden buckler equivalent, right? I think it would be a heavy shield, basically. I'm just gonna look that up here.
Yeah, according to one of my favorite books, The Lords of Madness in 3.5, Beholder bone is as hard as iron.
Well, then it would be a powerful shield. So don't think it's under magic items. It's under equipment. So I'm just gonna look up shields here, see what I get. We can discuss what it should be. Is shields? IE? No. I can't find shields. Let me go to a character sheet, maybe. Ocean rod ring. It's under armor, probably, right?
Yeah, probably.
Shield. All right. Now, is there magical properties from the boulder hide, or it's just as strong as iron?
No, and this isn't a magical. This is a trait process.
So D&D 5e looks like there's the base shield and then magic shields. Base shields. Yeah, I don't think you get like if you have a kite shield or if you have some sort of. I think a shield is a shield.
Not a big deal to me. It's
Shield is
rocking
made
either way.
from wood or metal and is carried in one hand. Wielding a shield increases your armor class by 2.
Cool.
So, give yourself a shield. I think you can customize it in D&D Beyond to make it your special shield of teeth. I would like it to be magic, but it's
No,
dead.
that's
It's dead
that's
husk.
not important to Varel.
Okay. I just think it's a cool idea, and I'm like, I don't want to reward the cool idea with, but the life is gone from it, so there's no magic to it. But you have a shield now.
Now
Cool.
that Nash is a
He-
man, is he got clothes on, or is he like a naked man?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, am I
so
naked?
There are rules regarding shapeshifting, which I included in the item description on the bottom. That's why it's so big. It's actually just generic rules text. When you shape change, generally, you don't drop things. It's just your whole shape, including the equipment you're carrying, change shape along with you.
Okay.
So you have all the items. You have your staff, your nail staff, and your cloak, and
So
you appear as you were before you changed.
So no need for John or for Stanley to do any kind of prestidigitation for my nakedness, which is probably a thrill for him.
No.
Just curious, where did it all go? Is it just up inside you when you're a dragon floating around?
I don't know how this part works. I'm tired though. It wore me out.
I gotta say, it's pretty impressive.
Well, hopefully we can use it to our advantage.
By the way,
teeth in the background.
the damage you suffered during our session didn't actually happen. So everyone should be well rested at this point, have full resources and all that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so I just mentioned that to you because I know you took damage. So like, revert it back to max HP. Because everyone's taking a short rest, and I wanted to say, you can use hit dice to recover, but there's no need. And the only reason you're taking the short rest is because you agreed to let Varel make his shield. So you're all just watching him do his thing, and he's oblivious to you, intensely performing his artistry with a shield.
Okay. Done.
Well, it sounds like our next goal should be going after this Celestium, but at the same time, Hope, with the information you've learned, I don't know if we should set that aside. If there's a chance your father's alive, I feel like that should take priority.
I will kill that woman. I will kill everyone she's working with right now. And then we can blow up the pass. And if he's still alive now, he'll probably still be alive when we get over to the city. We don't need to go right now.
Fair enough. I'm not going to have an opportunity to see my family again. And I would not deny or delay anybody a chance to see them if given the opportunity.
Your family's alive, Stanley?
No. No, they're not.
He just means if he was in your shoes, Hope,
Yeah.
he would want to be afforded that opportunity.
They died 11 years ago. I don't know if I could see him again.
Well, if it is what you want, we will be there for you, I promise.
Thank you. With that said, how do we get out of here?
That's a very good question. How do we get out of here?
We were gonna ride Nash out, right?
Oh shit! He's right. Damn
Well,
it.
that's true, but we're also in a sealed off room right now.
Well, I'm wrapping everything together, and have eaten of the Tarask, and am still of great strength. We can move rocks. We defeated greater than rocks recently.
It's true. We can certainly try. Once you're done with your shield there.
Thank you.
How's that coming?
So fantastic.
So
Cool. We'll
Just
go
want me
over to the rock area and start trying to move ones that I know I could pick up.
Okay. You can make a. Let's do a athletics check, please.
Cool. 18.
All right. So you begin to, as they discuss, you walk over, start moving rocks out of the way where the rock trap had fallen in at the southern end of the room. And you figure moving all the heavy rocks out of the way, probably you're looking at 2 to 3 hour job by yourself getting through there. So the rocks are heavy, and you're not trying to be careful, you're just trying to make an opening, but still you got to kind of move them out of the way because more rocks are coming out. And it's about 8 feet of fallen in rock, and they're not easy to pry free.
Stanley is going to go find a quiet corner away from Busy Hope and Busy Varel, and he's going to sit and be reflective. Away from everybody.
All right. So is anyone going to help Hope?
At the end of my hour, I'll naturally join.
Okay, that'll cut down, shave an hour off of it. So 2 hours goes by. Not sure what Nash is up to, but he's being quiet. Stanley is reading.
He's asleep as a dragon.
He's asleep right now, I think.
A lot of energy.
He's tired out. I put him through a lot, you guys. I know you weren't there for it, but it was emotional. Eventually the hallway clears out after 2 hours.
okay.
Still quiet. You see the hallway leading back into that buried cathedral.
We're gonna have to go through that room in front of it again. Just thought of it.
Mm-hmm.
I have constructed a strap so I can sling it on my back, my beholder teeth shield, and I am ready to proceed.
It's a heavy, beautiful shield. It reflects light. It's shiny. The teeth are shiny.
Oh, fantastic. Is it heavy, though?
I mean, not for you.
Yeah, okay. Excellent.
But it's it's made out of teeth. What are beholder teeth? Like, how many are there in there? Maybe 70,
There's a lot of them.
40, 70. How much does a beholder tooth weigh? A pound. This is a giant beholder. I mean, not a pound, but sure, it's 20 to 30 pounds of teeth that you're got there.
Sweet.
Is there anything left of Thailander? Can I grab his skull or anything? Not that he's going to be much identifiable, but we did agree to go get him.
I mean, yeah, there's blackened bones. There's a pile of blackened, burnt bones there, and you go to reach out to try and get a keepsake from this or some sort of thing, and as you pick it up, it just disintegrates into smoke. Every time you try and go for picking up one of the bones, it's just you're unable to actually take any of it physically with you, although you could scrape up the ashes.
Nah, just kick the bones.
Yes. Good kick.
Kick the bones and there's a big smoke now, and you're covered in Thailander bone suit. So,
That's easy enough to fix. Prestidigitate the Thailander away.
yeah. It's gone. You're clean again.
Who are we supposed to give that? I mean, I can't remember why we were supposed to bring proof of him back or parts of him back.
So Ethanalia came to see you to say that they were aware. Remember a few episodes like a while ago,
Right.
and he'd asked you to go and put an end to his machinations, and he suspected that he was headquartered deep in the Black Mine.
Got it.
Now he asked you to do it on behalf of the principal. You guys maybe did it for your own reasons because you didn't like the guy anyway. So it was just like, okay, we'll do this thing for you, but you went to do it. The other thing that had happened in previous episodes is Stanley was looking to help find this Catherine Speckles and find the deed to the Chopper Mine. Unfortunately, Catherine Speckles is dead. Having professed her love for Bertrand Moog and asked you to tell him that. And then the deed is gone, having been used as a reagent to summon Cthulhu-Brythe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, oops. You didn't. Varel doesn't know that.
Oh, right. Well,
Meh.
Brill still doesn't know that.
Yeah.
A reagent? Such a foreign word. It has no use to me.
Hmm.
well, is there anything else anybody needs to do here before we start heading back? Seems like this was a bit of a bust.
Well, except the dragon part.
Yeah, we guys made out like thieves.
Yeah. I mean, look, Stan. I don't want to be a dick, but I think it's pretty rad. Now, are we gonna go? The Brocs you've moved. Do we have a clear path out of here now, Bo? Can
Yes. Hope and Varel have cleared out a path back to the cathedral.
Is there an advantage to me taking dragon form and flying us out?
There's a clear disadvantage in that you can't fit your body through the hallway.
Oh,
But yes, your thinking is correct. You sort of remember that big hole you fell into where the elevator shaft was,
yeah,
and your brain's like, "Oh man, I can just fly the hell out of here. This is gonna be great."
yeah. That was my thinking.
But you're not going to be able to turn. There's going to be small passages that you won't be able to fit your dragon body through on the way there, including the one leading to the cathedral.
All right. I think I inform everyone of this, and then we just need to make a decision on what to do.
Well, if we're all ready, we should get moving.
All right. Can I get a march order, please?
Mm-hmm.
I'll lead the way.
Varel.
I'll bring up the rear.
I'll go.
By the way,
My ribs better, by the way.
I was just about to tell you that.
Oh,
Damn
okay.
it, you beat me to it. I was just about to say that actually, miraculously, you rested the Chateau Weir. You didn't notice it, but you're feeling normal, and you touch your rib area, and you're totally fine. The rib problem gone. That was quick.
Touching your
Nice.
rib area.
I'm sorry, who was second?
Me. I'll go second.
All right.
I'll
Who's
be
bringing up the
third.
rear? All right, so it's Hope and Stanley bringing up the rear. All right, you make your way back down the hallway into the cathedral. You open it up. You see the corpses of the spiky zombie guys that you had killed there. You don't know how long ago it's been. Time in the Weir is so crazy. Feels like you've been gone a week, maybe even 2. The corpses are there. There's cut up corpses on the table where they were making sandwiches from the legs of somebody. And there's the chair. There's the part where the chair had been used to squish a few zombies by Varel. So it's sort of leaning with blood underneath it. And there's the chest that was there that you guys couldn't open, sort of towards the back, as well as the passage to the jail. And then there's the exit towards the return to the surface. The big double doors that were left somewhat ajar, and you're nervous about getting close to it because you can start to smell the hint of rotten feces.
I forgot about the stupid chest. I assumed we'd find a key, and we didn't.
Yeah. We didn't find a key. Somebody had said on Twitter.
The key is possibly disintegrated at this point.
Right, but could it also possibly still be around?
I'm just saying that, if you, in your heads, you're thinking, Thailander might have had the key. We don't know, but he was disintegrated. So, if the key was on him, it is definitely gone. If the key is somewhere else, then it still exists, but you don't know where it is.
Well, I assumed it was on Thailander, so I'm assuming the chest is a bust. Is it a big chest? Is it small? Like, is it a small thing that we could just carry with us?
It's a larger chest. It looks like the chest alone would weigh about 50 pounds. Like, it's not a small little thing. It's
Okay.
comes up to about your knee, and it's 3 feet by 1.5 feet to 2 feet, maybe. It's large.
Well, then I will continue to ignore it then.
All right. It's made of metal. You did try to smash it. It didn't really open when you smashed it, if you recall correctly. All right. So are we proceeding back to the surface? Anything else you want to investigate in the cathedral? The Mr. T stained glass thing. Remember?
Kermit.
Mhm. All right. You approach the room that smells of feces, and you look, and the feces is there, and it's rotten. There's these bugs, and it's like, bzz, 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 and there's a few troughs filled with urine, just like a big trough of urine in it.
Move quite quickly through this room.
Speedily.
Run.
You move briskly through this area, covering your, because I have a cloak, so you see it looks like this. And you make your way through the hall, and it just won't leave you. Try and get it out of your nose and mouth, and it's just, it's gross. Except for Varel, I believe you can hold your breath for the entire duration of going
15 minutes.
And you make your way down a hallway, and it begins to get dark. So the only people who can see are Stanley and Hope at this point. Varel, you're leading the way, but you're not able to see very clearly. But you do remember that the room preceding this, there was a door and a pit that someone had almost fallen in, and it's probably somewhere nearby, but you're not able to see unless someone lights the way for you.
I'll take out the lantern, press the digitate flame.
It takes out the lantern, and you're able to get like a good at least 30 feet of vision in front of you. That's pretty clear. So you approach, and you get to the place where there's a big hole. You see the hole, and you see some spikes and things down there. And on the other side of the hole, it's a closed door. Made of wood, has iron frame.
Oh, right. This door.
Yeah.
Dorothy?
Dorothy door.
Perhaps
Right?
you would like to reacquaint yourself, Stanley.
Not particularly.
She likes you.
No, she doesn't. She tried to have me fall in a hole.
She likes you better than us.
You hear a muffled voice. Who's there? Hello? I hear you.
I hate her so bad.
I hear you.
Dorothy, it's us. We're back.
Who's that? Is that Stanley? I hear you. I'll open it just a crack. And then you see the door go, and it opens like an inch. Come on through. Come on through the door.
Here, I'll kneel down, open my backpack, take out the rope, put the backpack back on, tie the rope around my waist, and pass it to you guys. Whoever wants to hold on to the rope, and then I'll kind of like climb down into the pit and then try and climb up the other side and see if I can get through the door.
You want to climb down the pit? Okay. Okay. All right. Make a athletics check for climbing down, please.
Athletics, an 11.
All right. So you rappel yourself down. I need who you're using to rappel. I guess it's Varel's in the lead.
Yeah,
so
I'll hold.
Can you also make an athletics check for your ability to?
Can. 14.
All right. So you safely hold on to the rope as she rappels down the side. You make it to the bottom safely after a minute or two, and now you're going to climb up. You're going to rock climb the side.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. There aren't very good footholds, so this is going to be very challenging. But you can make an attempt at athletics if you like. Without you don't have any
16.
climbing equipment.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to climb your way, and so you grab onto a little finger hole and you bring yourself up, and you find after a minute something to put your foot on, but there isn't much on this wall. And you get up about 1.5 feet, and then you just slide back down to the floor.
Varel, can I stand on your shoulders?
Oh, you want me in the hole too?
We need to get across.
And I look back.
Hello, I hear you shuffling back there.
And the door opens another little inch. She goes,
Oh,
If I stand on your shoulders, I can probably climb in.
What
not strong
material
enough to
is
pull
the
me
door
out.
made out of?
So it's a wooden material, metal frames, and metal door. Looks like a pretty sturdy but traditional door. Varel, sorry, what was that?
Oh, I was just relaying down to Hope that they're not strong enough to pull us out. No offense.
None taken.
Well, then, do we light it on fire?
What on fire? What part?
It's made of wood. The wooden part of the door. We need to get through and get out of here.
I mean, I can set it on fire.
You'll get no argument from me.
Happy to oblige.
Would you like out, Hope?
Sure.
All right.
Then I guess there is the laser death trap, so maybe.
I don't know. She was lying about being a decent person. Maybe she was lying about the laser death trap, too.
So,
All right, so I'll get out. You help me out, Varel,
All right.
and then Nash, light it on fire.
Okay.
I thought we were friends with the door.
No, she tried to throw me in a pit, Varel.
Stanley saved me.
Perhaps knowing her evil master's gone, she would change her ways and let us through. She has no purpose anymore. No one will come down here for any reason.
She's a liar, though.
She's a lying door.
She's a door of deceit, Varel. She doesn't tell the truth. We could ask her, but she's gonna say, "Oh no, it's fine. I don't mind. Go ahead, come on through." And then we go through the door, and then she knocks us in the pit again, or she shoots lasers at us, or she releases some gas, or does something else awful.
Is that you, Stanley?
No,
I hear voices behind the door.
And the door opens another little inch. It's now open 5 or 6 inches.
Please come on through. I promise I'll behave.
you
I'm
lied
not a
to us
fool.
last time, door.
I did, but it was funny. Stanley, that's you. Please come back. I want your forgiveness.
You're not forgiven.
What can I do for your forgiveness? I'll do anything.
Nope, I'm not believing it. I'm not buying it.
Please, I don't have much options available to me. Because I'm a door. We don't do many things, but perhaps I can give you a kiss.
I'm
Would you
not
like
kissing
that?
a door. No,
Well, I have a face. I'm not just a door. I can give you a kiss.
I don't want a kiss from a lying door.
What if it was a special kiss?
No.
Maybe a kiss on a naughty part.
No!
Stanley! And I turn to Stanley. Stanley! You're king now, don't you see? We have slain the door's owner. That makes us king of the door. All you need to do is command the door. These are basic tribal rules. Or the door dies.
I don't think that's how doors work.
Come on, Stanley, don't be shy. I want you to forgive me. I'm willing to do anything. I really was flattered when you flirted with me many nights ago.
Many nights.
I haven't seen you in about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's been a while.
I haven't heard anybody in 2 weeks. I'm so lonely. Please, and give you a kiss.
I don't want a kiss from you, Dorothy. I don't very much like you.
It's the only thing I've got, really. I can do that's nice. What else can I do?
Be,
like
o-
You
be
like
open.
poems?
Just open.
You want me to open my door for you?
Yes, and don't shut it until we have all moved through.
Look, I know I made you an inappropriate offer, but I'm not loose.
Otherwise,
What
we're
would you think
setting
of
the
it? I just
door
opened
on
my door
fire.
for you.
You can open or be on fire. Your choice, Dorothy.
Ooh, that sounds like an intimidation.
Or seduction. What is she like?
Yeah,
Dorothy into.
what is she into?
Yeah, you can roll persuasion or an intimidate, but it sounds like Stanley's dead set against seducing the door.
Yeah, he's not trying to seduce the door. He already tried, and it worked out poorly for him, but so did this roll, so we'll see how it goes. That's a 9.
Stanley, you're being very unattractive right now.
Good, I'm not trying to attract you, Dorothy.
I thought you were a man that I really admired. But I see that you're a petty man. I don't like you anymore.
Good. The feeling's mutual.
The door closes.
No.
Set it on fire, Nash.
I'm doing it. Can I do it?
Okay. Sure.
Do I need to? I mean,
It's an attack roll. Make an attack roll against the door.
All right.
It has an AC and it has hit points, like all doors.
15.
How far back into the poo room is it?
The poo room's about 100, 200 feet out.
Yeah, I'll get back about. I'll start walking back about 15 feet.
You don't want to go
Drag
too
me up
close to the
out
poo
of the
room.
pit.
Oh, did I not do that yet?
Oh, yeah. Let's say we've drug up out of the pit.
Okay. Did you need me to roll to get her out of the pit?
Yep.
Okay. Wait.
And that's going to be very hard because you're basically lifting her out with all. You're lifting all of her weight because she has nothing to grapple onto. Not that she's very heavy, but it's her full weight of a person.
18.
All right, she's heavier than she looks. It irritates you a little bit actually because you basically did all the work and she did nothing, and it's not fair. But you pull her out, and you just basically got her by two hands, and she's hanging off the rope, and you deposit her down into the cave, and you get her out.
This hallway is under the door's control. I'm going to get back.
Okay.
Let's all stand back. Nash, you fire from as far away as you can.
Okay. I'll back up to maximum range, which is what, 30? I think.
On a firebolt, it's like 120, I thought.
Oh, you're right, 120 feet.
But that's with disadvantage. I think what's two ranges? It's usually two. 60-20? 61-20?
61-20. Okay.
So
I rolled a 50.
but you want to go at max range basically for the firebolt. Actually, no, it's 120 feet, no disadvantage. It's just you can fire that thing from far away.
Yeah, the distance shouldn't matter. Oh, actually, am I
No.
still rolling disadvantage though on attacks though?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's ability checks only for your level of
Oh,
exhaustion.
okay.
So
Okay.
no disadvantage on your roll.
All right. Then I'm gonna cast that thing. My
Mm-hmm.
roll is 15.
Okay.
My attack roll, my
Damage dice, please.
damage dice will be 1d10.
When do you get extra damage dice at 5th level? Okay. Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. That would be a lines underneath, so a 9.
Okay. So you fire up.
Yeah.
And it sets the door on fire. Whoosh, and it lights up. And because it's wood, there's a thick smoke that starts drafting your way, and everyone starts coughing and inhaling wood smoke, and it's filling up the cavern that you're in, and causing it to become very difficult to breathe.
Sorry,
The
you
door is
guys.
on. The door is on fire, and it's going to take some time to burn.
I didn't think about the ventilation problem.
That's fine. We can go back and hang out in the cathedral while it burns.
I'm worried about methane from the poo room.
That's why we're going back to the cathedral and not resting in here.
Okay, all right.
We go back to the
Yeah.
cathedral.
Going back to
All
the
right, so you guys
cathedral.
make your way down as smoke billows down the hallway, and it fills up. It starts. You see thick smoke and haze in the cathedral too. It moves quickly. You go past the poo room, and the mixture of the sulfurous smell of burning wood and smoke combined with the pee and poo is just very overwhelming. Can I get everyone to roll a Constitution check, please?
Yes.
Oh, I vomit. 4.
Mine's a 12.
12 as well.
Mine is a 23.
Okay. Hope you pass out from difficulty breathing.
Oh,
So as you guys are making it over, Hope just collapses on the ground.
Pick her up,
She's
even though
not
she's
breathing.
heavier.
Okay.
that's
Alright.
a junk in my
You,
trunk.
you pick her up, and so she's still in the smoke. You're putting her over your shoulder.
Oh, wasn't I hunched in here? So I think I'm just dragging her.
Okay. I was gonna say, because I don't know if that would be a thing a lizard folk would care about, but humans can't. They should be low to the ground to breathe in the smoke. Okay, so you're hunched over. The smoke is still filling the cathedral. It's very thick. It's breathable more so in here as you get towards the end, but it's not a good situation. Smoke continues to fill up the cathedral room as it traverses down the hallway into this area. You could close the door, I suppose. I don't know if that would.
Yeah, I'll close the cathedral doors.
Yeah.
Good idea.
If need be, we'll keep going further back into the beholder room.
Okay, yeah, you close the door, and there's still the heavy, thick smoke in the air of the cathedral, but it doesn't seem to be getting worse anymore.
All right, I'm gonna pop Hope up into my arms, take her over to the gory throne, and place her in it sideways.
Okay. She's in there sideways. You'll recover. You begin to come to for pretty quickly. You have air back in your lungs, and Vorel's not the gentlest, so you you get plopped down, and there's like you come back to consciousness.
Well,
Here we are.
Look, all I'm saying is, no matter how bad it went, it was better than trying to jump across the pit and get knocked back into it when she slammed the door off.
no, I understand, but she would owe you allegiance for killing her master.
I don't think she cares. She doesn't seem to care about much of anything except having a good laugh.
We might be in a position where a protective door, even if flirtatious, could be advantageous.
I mean, if I had any inclination that it would be nice, I would be inclined to agree, but the door pretended to be very nice and then tried to kill us.
I understand.
I'm just saying, Vorel, I'm adopting your philosophy of when things lie, you just assume they're going to continue to lie, so you smash it.
Stanley, I apologize.
What for?
I have wronged you. I limited your enjoyment of the weir. I accused you of being attracted to a door. I respect your monogamy.
Well, that's not a big deal, Vorel. Apology accepted. It's fine.
No, I feel that you have been wronged by our jests, and it has weakened you. And I wish you to be strong and pursue what you feel is right. You have a silver tongue, as they say.
Well, thank you. The apology is noted, but again, I'm fine for it. It's no big deal. Look, if anybody's a victim of jests, it's old Scaly over there.
Wait a minute. I'm only scaly when I'm in dragon form. Right now, I'm
That is
just
very impressive.
good old Nash Maggard of the Solar Mines.
I don't know. Your dragon form is a significant improvement, Nash.
Well, look at it this way. I know what this is now. I don't just explode for no reason. So there shouldn't be any more of these cases where I suddenly get a migraine and my stomach hurts and I kill half of us.
You found a way to keep it under control then.
Well, I can bring it on at will and then end it at will. It wears me out, so we're going to want to be careful about when we do it. But I think the attacks are behind us, where I don't know what's going on. At least I hope so.
There are things we can discuss in this domain that, while we wait for the door to burn, are worth a look at. According to the door, it's been 2 weeks, and I fear Orp may have returned to town.
Ooh.
I fear for my ward Bok Bok, who may have been captured or worse, to make example of. I fear fortification of the oil beards upstairs.
I don't
Think
think
it
we
was,
wronged the oil beards, though.
No, they certainly wronged us.
Well, in 2 weeks' time, there may be reports that we burn down the town. And those reach, we having descended, keep an eye on us.
Well,
Although 2 weeks without any supplies, their plan was to starve out the slaves down here. Maybe they assume we're all dead.
That's true.
Think
What?
they might be pleasantly surprised when we pop back up.
When we pop back up, atop a dragon, as glorious as it will be, are we friend or foe to the oil beards?
Oh, we are definitely foe.
they left us here
Does
to
that-
die.
I intend to give that particular dwarf the exact same opportunity he gave us. I intend to push him in this hole. I will give him Featherfall for as long as it lasts and let him ride.
Is it not prudent, from what I have gathered of your talks with the deity, to pursue perhaps these items of power first, before igniting war with the principal?
Well, we have a couple of objectives right now. The first recommendation that Kotobel Praith said we should take is pursuing material known as Celestium. It's scattered in a couple different places out there. Oh, actually, it's one place out in the world. And Celestium will allow us to collapse the esophageal pass, which will prevent Principal City from sending any reinforcements or support, or attacks for that matter, over to our side of the world. Once we've done that, we can then move on to basically whatever we wish at that point.
And I'll pull out the map and show Varel. Point out the points of interest.
Now, this is a copy of the map as we've seen it before, but with new markings on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one that's in Slack.
The esophageal pass. Was the principal himself not a great wizard who could pursue us without such a pass?
Well, the Kotobel Praith seemed to indicate that without the pass, they wouldn't waste the resources sending to us. In other words, it buys us time to do whatever we want without fear of retribution from them. And then when prepared, we could make our way over to Principal City to finish our mission.
I see. There is a disturbing thought to me with Kotoba Prate's plan. But I will not say it here. In his domain, where he may listen. I am the keeper of this deal. He is the broker. But I am going to keep you all alive. I do not trust that beast. He may know it. He knows it. He looked inside my mind, surely. I have plans of my own.
Well, if you have plans, I agree. It is best said a little further from his domain, perhaps.
But if he can see inside your head, didn't he already see what plans you had?
I am disturbed by your reasoning. Hope.
She raises a good point.
As Nash does say his words to a light magic, so do I too feel that words are power, and thoughts are fluid. He may have glimpsed what I plan, but to put it into full words means truth. And I will not say them here. Even if he glimpsed my plan, he does not know.
I agree. It's like if I look at Nash, I might think, well, that fella's ugly, but I haven't necessarily said it. It's just a passing thought at that point.
Correct. We keep our thoughts about ugly Nash to ourselves.
That's right.
I take no offense to any of this.
You should not. You are a powerful being, Nash. Truly. I am impressed. You're radiant.
Are you related to the dragons?
No. I can't say a lot about why that is, but no. Why I'm able to take this form is a darker tale than just relation to a dragon.
So you're not a dragon mother, then?
No, not like I thought that one time. I'll tell you what, it's the first time I've trusted anything, though.
Let me know if you need any clarification on things, Kyle.
Kyle or Scott?
Scott.
Oh.
'Cause I know you're being cagey.
I'm being coy because what you said earlier made sense about the bit I need to be coy about.
Well, once we get up to the surface, I don't know if it would be safe for us to return to Slave Town.
Unless we intend to kill everyone who stands in our way.
It's true. We have utterly failed in every mission we've been given.
That is not true.
I mean, if the elf believes us that we killed Thailander, and what he said was true, that's it.
Yes, Tyler
No one
is
will
dead.
touch us.
Yes, but odds are they think that we're responsible for burning down the town. So while the magistrate did promise that he would perform great favors for us, at this point, not killing us on sight would be a great favor enough. I'm not entirely sure we've earned, even if they believe us, much of anything from the people there. We have no proof we killed Thailander. We have no deed. We found Catherine Speckles, but we can't exactly prove it unless we feel like hauling her body up there.
Doesn't have to be the whole body. But I know the sensibilities of the flesh folk tend to not enjoy the sight of their own kin.
I forget, did we try to loot her body or did we just watch her die and walk away?
You watched her die and walk away.
We should have looted her.
So
We
we're in the
should-
cathedral now.
Hey, when in Rome, we could do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I mean, we could go see what we could find on her, see if there's a memento or something of value that we could bring back.
Do you wish me to do it? When I sat in this fine chair, dispatching the last of our foes, you all returned with great sadness in your hearts, having seen one of your own dead. I do not wish to sadden you again.
I'll go with you. I can help you identify something that might be of value.
Very well.
All right, we'll
I'll
go
go as
see
well.
if we can loot the body.
All right, so the three of you make your way into the side chamber where the corpses were behind bars, and you enter the small room. You see that there's a set of rusted bars, and on the other side there's a pile of corpses, bloated. There are bugs crawling on them. You hear bzz, 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 bzz. A lot of them are enlarged from rigor mortis, including Catherine Speckle's body. So basically, her body is a giant purple bloated thing, and her head and eyeballs are like popped out. This stone statue of death, but clearly just very ripe, and the stench in there is quite bad. It reminds you of a certain Thailander's home back in Slave Town. And there she is. You had removed some of the bodies from the pile, so her body has sort of a chemise on and a little bit of a dress, but you've seen the cut legs. She doesn't have any arms or legs. They've been cauterized and removed, so nothing is leaking from it. But her body's there, and her head is attached to the body.
Oh, and I take a step back. Then come back in. I pick it up.
All right, so you reach into the bars, and you realize you're gonna have to get this thing open in order to take anything out or start cutting some stuff.
Is there a door into the other side of the cage?
There does appear to be a door, and it's got. It looks like it has a spot for where key might go in.
Oh, shit.
Can I use the bear as a lockpick?
Lockpicking would be a thief skill, so if there's no lockpicking in 5e, then it's going to be sleight of hand. I think that works as an equivalent in 5e.
Okay. Oh no, I roll a 1.
You'll also need a set of lockpicks.
Oh, and I don't even have that. So I like stick my finger in there and pull it out and take my head.
Yeah.
What make are the bars?
So they're made of. It looks like a steel, man-made steel. Thick. You think you can bend them?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, why not?
Can I? Not that Stanley's at all strong, but can I get in there and try to help pull?
20, not natural.
Aiding him would give him advantage.
21 because of Taras meat.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give him advantage. In case
Alright,
you
you
want
get
to
a
do
second
better
roll.
than 20.
All right. Oh, 23.
All right. So with the help of Stanley, you guys both pull bars, and you're able to pull it enough that you're like, and you make enough room for someone to slide in and out of.
I'm guessing
So,
someone not Varel.
There's two bars that are like,
right?
no, anybody. I mean, with difficulty, can squeeze through this passage.
Yeah.
Not standing upright, but ducking in and stepping in.
I'll exert myself, run outside the room. Run back in.
Okay, you're back in the room with a fresh lung of air.
All right, and I put my torso sideways, put it through the door, twist back, now cinched at the waist, and grab the body and start to bring it on out.
All right, so you do so, and you bring Catherine's body out. As you lift the body, the neck snaps back a bit, and you hear a crunch in the neck.
Oof.
And you bring the torso and head of Catherine Speckles out into the main room.
Oof.
All right, I'll put it down on the table on the left side of the room that was being used for bodies anyway.
Yeah, okay. Very good. You're done.
Cool.
All right. Does she have
Ah.
anything on her?
She has a chemise and a little bit of a ripped dress.
What the hell's a chemise?
Blouse.
Oh.
Anakin's mom.
Sorry, you want to search the body for loot?
Yeah, I don't know. Like if there's
Okay.
any memento. I forgot she didn't have hands, so I thought maybe there might be a ring or an amulet or.
You search around her body and find nothing for your trouble. Besides the shirt and the ripped dress.
I'll go back into the prison and go halfway through the bars and search through the pile that I can reach.
For items?
Yeah.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Okay, let's see. 14.
Okay, you dig through the bodies, and these are clearly the bodies of miners, for the most part, that are being used for food. They owned nothing in life and continue to own nothing in death. There's nothing but cloth and rotten.
Oh, miners. I'm thinking kids, not kids. Miners.
Miners.
Miners. People who mine the earth.
All right. Miners of Earth. Got it.
Needed to clarify.
No, if it
We're good.
was miners, they'd have a Nintendo Switch on them, and you'd be in the money.
There you go. All
And
right.
it'd be totally inappropriate.
Got it.
Sweet, well, I'll come out and I'll shake my head at you guys. There's
I
nothing
don't
in
know
there.
what we bring with us. So I guess it's just her final words to the jeweler.
Perhaps the chest itself.
Can we carry it?
We have a dragon, yes.
I'll walk over and I roll sleight of hand,
Mm-hmm.
and with a 20 non-natural, I try and jimmy the lock. I
Try
don't have
to
tools
jimmy the
though.
lock
Just
without
kidding.
Tools? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are busy with the body, and Hope gets a. What did they say? She gets a notion. So I was trying to lockpick it. You're using your fingers?
I'm sure in my backpack I've got tools, little knickknacks and stuff. I can.
You're just gonna invent some stuff in your inventory, or are you using actual stuff in your inventory?
Don't you have a wrench?
Oh yeah, I do have the wrench. He doesn't like breaking stuff, but
The wrench is
Oh,
not a
that's
fan
great.
of destroying things.
no,
Damn,
he's gonna be
stupid
very
wrench.
angry. And I don't know how it works. Let's see. Well, there's the tinder box, so maybe that's got some little pokey sticks in there. I can.
Okay, so you use the pokey sticks in the flint box.
This is a scientific term. We're trying to keep it.
I don't mean to be a hard ass DM, but I'm like, you need to have the item. You're
Yeah, no,
lockpicking it.
totally.
It was like I should have rolled a skeleton. That way I could have picked the lock with my bony fingers.
Wait,
Yeah.
the bones and the fingers. They come to little points, right? The stuff
the
coming out of the
zombies and
eyes
the
of
main.
the zombies.
Yeah, they're narrow and long and sharp.
Sweet.
Made
Then
of
I'll take two. I'll spend some time
Okay,
ripping
you
them
run
out
out,
of the
you
zombies.
rip them out. Sure, easily done. They're dead. So
I have
You come
an
to-
axe handle you could whack it with.
and
I'm
you
just
use,
impressed. Go for it, Hope.
use the lock pick to attempt to break the lock, but it's very difficult task to accomplish, and you're just unable to do that.
Okay.
It's, you feel like you're at your limit on knowledge. It's just lack the requisite dexterity to open this particular lock, even though you feel like it's unfair. And that you
I have
should be
also
able to open
seen
it.
a wizard magically shrink things, if that is a...
Is it like a little padlock on the side of the chest, or is it just the chest itself is locked?
Wait, are we talking about the prison door or the lock on the chest?
The lock on the
The lock
chest.
on the chest.
We want
Oh,
loot.
okay. I thought you were talking about you're just opening the door just cause.
No, we want some
Oh
loot.
no!
Like even though you got in, you were still trying to open the lock.
I won't let this defeat me.
Yeah, I just
Never
thought
fail.
you want it. You know, in Skyrim, and you open stuff even though you don't need to get skill points or something. I don't know. I thought you were just. I insist on opening it even if I don't need to. Oh, the lock. Well, it's the same result, but just on the chest and not the. So we all have the same thing in our imagination now.
I like the axe idea.
Here, I'll hand you the axe handle. It doesn't have an axe head on it. It's just a stick.
Okay, well then I'll hold it. up by my shoulder and hit downward at the lock a few times.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
Let's see, so a 17.
So the lock is so this particular lock. It's not a padlock on it, by the way. It's built in,
Oh.
so it doesn't. It's inside the wall of the chest wall, so it's not exposed. So you whack it a few times, and it makes a little dent in it a little bit after a few whacks. But the axe handle also obtains a splinter in it, so it's close to cracking and breaking.
Okay. Darrell?
Yeah, I
Would
was
you like to
suggesting
try?
we carry it out. We've already tried to pull it. I have suggested that our magic man shrink it. I did not want to interrupt.
Let's shrink it. Let's shrink it.
You can
Let's
shrink
shrink-
it for 1 minute.
Oh,
Oh,
that's right.
It's not a
That's right.
indefinitely.
It always seems longer because of the fights we do. A minute is drawn out to like half an hour.
yeah.
Can I shrink? I like your other idea. What can I shrink to? How big is the lock? Is the lock separate from the chest, or is it built
The
in?
lock is in the wall. It's embedded into the chest.
It's into the chest. Okay, so it's not.
Would
separate.
we-
So there's an opening in the wall of the chest where the key goes in.
Yes. What if there was a big key we made small? Or
I mean, I have a key, but I don't think we can use it here. It's meant for the
Wait, did
chateau.
you guys finish up with Catherine's corpse? Is someone carrying that, or
what we got? I think we turned
we
around.
got totally sidetracked?
Yeah.
Everyone's onto the thing, but I'm in my head right now. Varel is still operating on Catherine's speckles at this point. I don't know if you're
no,
finished with that or.
Yeah, I was done with it.
I have offered to bag the head.
John is
Do we
touching
wish
the
to
body
bag the
sensually. He's sensually touching it.
I have not touched the body.
There's got to be some. We have to get into it. I
Otherwise, we're bagging the head.
want what's ever in the
Bag
box.
the head, Varel.
Well, we have options, it seems. Yes, Snash.
It seems a shame if we walk out of here without this.
Well-
Twice we've seen it, and we're in no real danger at the moment. Nobody's stopping us from doing this. We've left loot behind before because of circumstances out of our control, but right now it's here, and we should be able to break this between the
I'm
four
sure
of us.
Varel could carry it. It's about 50 pounds. He doesn't carry much else.
Oh yeah, how about that? I could
Sorry,
make
say
it.
that again?
I could make it half the size for a minute. So
That may help us across the chasm or in some other situation, but I can carry it.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
guess bring it with us.
let's take it with.
It's our best option for having proof of our deeds here.
Okay.
Outside of the head,
We'll
Sorry,
leave
you-
it.
you're gonna pick it up.
yes.
Okay. As you go to pick it up, you notice it's unusually fastened in some way to the ground and doesn't easily pick up.
Oh,
There's also no handles on it, so as you try to grab it, there's no. You have to put your fingers under the bottom to pick it up. You find it's resistant to getting your fingers under it, not because of its weight, but because of it being like stuck somehow. Maybe from age, it's just embedded itself into the stone flooring. But it's a casual pickup does not work.
This chest super sucks.
I would like to smell into the hole.
The keyhole or the place connecting the chest.
Yeah,
to the
like
floor?
I'm gonna go full dog on this thing and just start like crawling around it and just giving it a sniff down.
Okay. Give me your. I guess. What are you smelling for? A survival roll or something else? Maybe.
Perception, I guess. Would it be perception?
Well, no. What are you looking for? Because you might be smelling for religion. I don't know. What
Oh
you're
yeah,
smelling
well,
for.
I want to smell like paper or like what's inside or if it's a
It's
stinky.
investigation then, please.
Okay.
Because you're
Ooh.
even though you can't see, you're seeing inside using your nose. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 19.
Not. Yeah. Okay. So you sniff it, and you smell like butts. Like somebody probably scratched their butt and then touched the treasure chest and left their particles on it, so there's like butt smell. And then and then you smell stone and smell metals.
No musty papers or anything like that.
You have a little tweak. No musty papers. You smell stone. You smell metal, and your nose tweaks a little bit. You just got this feeling that there's one of these magic things maybe in there.
It smells of
A hint of spice, hint of that spice where people manipulating the reality of the world with their little tricks.
Yes.
That same smell.
Well, there's no smell of papers or deeds, but there is some form of magic at work here.
Oh, speaking of the deed, Varel, we don't need to look for it. We know what happened to it.
Oh, right.
It's gone.
While you got poofed, the goat man told us. If we assume to trust him, he says the deed is gone.
I believe his information is reliable for now.
I mean, you can turn into a dragon because of it. Seems pretty on point.
Well, does anyone have a...
Well, we've made it this far. I don't want to leave it now. Now I'm very intrigued. We have invested a lot of time into this chest.
Oh, it's stuck to the ground. Perhaps the stones can be moved.
I mean, can you try to, like, really lift it? Like, kick it, move it?
Yeah, put your back against the wall and push.
I fear Thailander's tricks may reside, and to truly disturb this chest in a great physical way could be disastrous.
Well, we have no other options. I can
All right.
try shrinking it. Actually, that maybe we attempt to shrink, because if
Wait.
it doesn't shrink, or if the whole room does, it was connected. Oh wait, that could be bad.
Wait. Hope, what is it you tried to do with the sticks?
I tried to open it with the sticks.
How?
There's a locking mechanism inside, and it requires a type of pattern.
What happens then? What hits the
You do the pattern, and it unlocks
patterns?
the contraption.
Could you do that with fingers? If it was a big chest, you could reach inside and press the buttons with your fingers.
I could try, but I don't really know. Unless we try.
You'd have to do it in under a minute.
Yeah, or else
It
my
doubles
hands
it, and
are stuck.
keep in mind that the spell doubles in size. I don't know if a keyhole would be big enough, doubled in size, to put your fingers in. So Nash, you might want to tell people that.
Hold on, let me think. How big is it now, Mr. DM? How big's that hole?
3 by 2 by 3.
Inches?
The chest, feet. The
Feet.
hole is what you would imagine a keyhole, very small.
Very small. So if I double a
Millimeter
regular
wide.
keyhole, it'd be like...
Wait,
Or a centimeter wide, rather. A centimeter or 2 wide.
Nash, you know how to use acid, don't you?
I did acid all during my time at the solar. Oh, you mean like an ability? Yes. I thought you meant the drugs I
think
used
it
to
would
do.
Eat through the metal?
We could try. That's a great idea. I'm gonna acid splash it. The lock.
Okay. So let me just do your acid splash for a second.
It is a.
It's creatures only for targets.
Oh, what? Creature within range.
If it hits Catherine's body and then splashes off of it, does it count?
We'll do like
That
a little
particular
pool
type
shot.
of acid magic is generally, it melts flesh and
It's just.
flesh-like things. Yeah.
Okay.
Or-
I like your thinking. What else do we have here? Hold on.
Does it open like that? Like it meets? Like there's that,
Mhm.
you know.
Has a
that
lid.
kind of.
It has a lid. There's a clear line with the lid.
I got it. Sorry. I forgot I picked up mold earth. Okay, let me read this real quick. You choose a portion of dirt or stone that you can see within range that fits within a 5-foot cube. You manipulate it in one of the following ways. If you target the area of loose earth, you can instantly evacuate it, move it along the ground, and deposit it 5 feet away. This movement does not have enough force to cause damage. Or I can cause shapes, colors, or both to appear in the dirt or stone. We don't want that. If the dirt or stone you targeted is on the ground, you can you cause it to become difficult terrain. Alternatively, you can cause the ground to become normal terrain if it is already difficult terrain. So the first one's really it, evacuation of Earth. So I guess we have to ask the DM, or maybe we have to experiment with this, but is the Earth underneath this thing in theory loose? And if so,
it's an area of loose Earth. The ground is not made of loose earth. It's made of there's like a tile, probably some sort of brick underneath. Could be wood, old rotted wood. Not sure.
All right, maybe this doesn't work then.
But it's not loose earth.
I can do a 5-foot cube of loose earth and stone.
Stone.
It does say stone.
In probability, it's stone. Sorry.
It does say a portion of dirt or stone. It says.
And we could make it difficult terrain, making it sound like we could turn the stone to sand.
Basically,
but you
crumple it
can't
up.
excavate it. Loose earth can be excavated under that one, under that first item.
Mm-hmm.
If the dirt or stone you target is on the ground, so.
But I can make it difficult terrain in a 5-foot square space.
Yeah, but the chest doesn't have a movement speed, so it's not going to impact it in any way. Sorry, I don't think this is going to work out.
Damn it. All right, well.
Not trying to be no.
No. It's good.
It's been, that chest has been there for a while. It's fastened. It's molded itself into the.
I enter my rage.
To the stone.
Yes.
I enter my rage and I attack the box. I'm trying to lift it with advantage when I'm raging.
Are you lifting or attacking it?
I'm lifting it and then screaming as I run and enter my rage.
Okay,
Wait,
then I'm
the
just
lid or
gonna.
the whole thing?
The whole. I'm trying to. Oh wait, it doesn't have handles, does it?
No.
No.
But you're still raging, right?
Kick it.
Yeah, right? Just back up against the wall and use your legs.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try to get my fingers and just throw it off the ground.
Grapple, please.
Grapple. A 1 and a 5 here.
Okay. You make your first attempt at doing it. You go, but fortunately, you can keep attempting to grapple it all the live long day, I suppose.
All right. To maintain my rage, I'll use my hungry bite on my own arm.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Pharrell is mad at
I mean,
the
you can force it to hit. You can force it to fail, right? So, you bite your arm, take your damage.
All right. Okay. Take 4 damage.
If I enlarged him,
Right.
I know it's not my turn, but if I enlarged him, wouldn't this be better?
Okay. So, okay, continue raging. Yeah, you could, maybe. It would only add extra damage to his self-biting, though, I think.
Not to his
He already
strength.
has advantage on his rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a bummer roll. All right, let's do it. Try it one more time. And then I'm out of bonus attacks on myself.
You get someone else to attack you. Does it have to be an enemy attacking you to make you mad, though? I don't know.
All I gotta do is take damage.
Okay. All right, what's your roll?
16.
Okay. So you attempt to get a grip on it, and then you slide a few of your nails in. You chip a little bit of the nail here, because this is metal, but you sink your nails into whatever the material is fastening the metal chest to the floor, and you've got a grip on the chest.
All right. All right, and the blood rage exits my eyes, and I go, "Oh, Stanley, one of your compliments, please."
You got this, buddy. I give him a big old thumbs up.
Strength check, please.
That's advantage, right, from Stanley, or is it like a D4?
Sure.
Sure.
well-
It is a. Jeez, it's been so long.
Oh no, you get an extra dice. You gave him bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Man, you never use that thing.
I do. I just use the enhanced version of it.
Oh, all right. So what you do is I think you get an extra D4 or D6.
I think
It's
it's
a D6.
D4 at this level. I don't think.
No, I think it starts at D6. I've been giving.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
roll your dice and then roll a D6 and add it to the roll.
Okay. Do I have advantage? Not from anything anymore.
Yep, it's a D6. That's
Cool.
what it is.
Oh, 19?
All right. You pull with all your might, and it comes loose. Not the whole chest, but the frame around the chest just breaks loose. And then whatever the contents spill out all over the floor, and you now have the empty top of the chest in your hand, and pieces of metal just sort of trickle down, and you pull so hard that you fall on your butt.
Ah!
My goodness, you did it!
Did it. If my body was an ash, I'd beat it further, Thailander.
I will examine what has spilled out onto the ground
So
now.
as Varel flies back and reveals the contents of the chest, a big pile of gold sort of flies all over the place, and these gems. And then these two curious-looking bottles sort of roll down and hit the stone. There's a moment of like, oh, is it going to break? And it doesn't. It goes clink, 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 and they sort of roll around awkwardly. So there's a bunch of shiny gems, a couple of a big pile of gold, and two bottles of one is yellow and the other is, I don't know the color. One sec. Purple.
I'm gonna pick those up.
Worthless. They bottled their piss again.
Yeah, more bottled piss.
Hold on, I will examine the bottles. How much gold was in there? Divvy up.
You sort of do a quick count, see what's in there, and there's about 60 gold pieces.
You gotta Rain Man that thing. It's all over the floor. It's like toothpicks.
60 gold total.
Yeah.
So 15 for each.
15 each. We're all splitting it up.
I don't know. Maybe John doesn't want to share it.
No, I split it up.
Oh, okay. He didn't say anything. He kind of had this look like.
I was sorry. I was looking at my identify spell.
Yeah. There are also several gems that have come out. Two of them are red. This looks to be a bloodstone, and two of them are orange. So there's these citrines. There's a single green one and a single quartz one. They're all about 50 gold pieces in value each. I don't know who wants to take what.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I have a bag to hold them in. We can just hold them, and I'll make a note: 50 gold in gems.
Well, you should mark them. They're items in D&D Beyond.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they should be. I believe. I don't.
Fantastic.
Maybe I'm wrong. Where's equipment? Do you see them there?
You said that one was a what? A
Bloodstone. Maybe they're not in D&D
No,
Beyond.
I don't see it.
No,
I can notate it though.
Yeah, note it then. Bloodstone, two bloodstones, two citrine gems, one jasper, one quartz, each valued at about 50 gold pieces.
Got it.
Okay, perfect.
If I mean, we're waiting for a door to burn anyway. If we take a little bit of time, actually, no, we'll go. If we can take a bit of time, I can identify what's in these potions.
Yeah, for sure. We'll just we'll be a little bit expedient with time because we're getting close to the wrap of the show today, folks. So the purple liquid bottle, you spend about 10 minutes for the ritual spell.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone sits there and watches Stanley at work as he stares intently and uses his identify magic to identify the properties of the item quickly. It's a potion of mind reading. So you get a sense, looking at this, that this liquid is designed to allow you to cast the Detect Thoughts spell.
Great.
Imbibing it. The second one is a potion of clairvoyance. So
Both
those
seem
are definitely in
useful.
D&D Beyond. So whoever's taking them needs to add them.
I've added both of them.
Cool.
All right. John's keeping them for himself. So if anyone has a problem with that, take it up with him.
I mean, a lot of our people run around very naked.
It's true.
I have a backpack. I came prepared.
They're
from
fully
Elven
clothed.
Forest.
Yeah.
From Goldshire.
I will
Yeah.
pace throughout the ritual.
Mm-hmm. That's all
Asking.
that's in this chest. You've ripped it open, then everything gets collected. Its contents. There's a few rags in there, in addition.
Well, looks like we got a potion of clairvoyance and a potion of mind reading.
And I tuck one of the dirty rags in the back of my belt, just cause.
Okay, just add that to your inventory.
I will.
Scott's like, forget it. No,
I just want an old dirty rag for some reason. It sounds
Yeah,
alright.
you have an old dirty rag,
Yeah.
dish rag.
Let's see. What would
So, we've now had a little bit of time. Should we go check on Dorothy and see how that's progressing?
I can do that. And I will and run over to the door, pop it open, stick my head out.
Yeah, it's just smoke everywhere, but it doesn't seem to be a proactive billowing of smoke now. But it's thick with smoke.
Close the door.
Visibility is low.
Well, she
Also smells like poo.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't smell. No, I didn't smell. Held my breath.
Oh, right.
Don't subject
There's
me
so
to
much
poo.
poo that you could imagine it, even if you didn't
Taste it
smell
on the air.
Yeah.
Well, she appears to be done burning, but there is plenty of smoke.
Well, I think with your ability to hold your breath as long as you do, you might be the most logical one to scout and see if we can actually run and make it somewhere.
All right.
Agreed.
And I will run out, keeping my head low to the ground, and make my way over to the pit.
Take the lantern with you before you go.
Oh, run back in. Grab the lantern.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see without it. You take the lantern, you run out, and you make your way down, low to the ground. And visibility is pretty low. You can see maybe 10 feet in front of you as you crawl up, but you're careful to not fall into the hole. You get to the hole, but it's hard to see because the other room's dark, but then you make out a piece of stone. You think everything's okay. Make a perception check with a disadvantage, please.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, a 1.
You can't tell if the door's burned or not without jumping over the pit to just see for yourself. And then you hear a little,
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh no.
Hello?
I hate this
And I'll
noise.
crawl back my way down the hall to the team.
okay, you make it without event. Open up the door, close it, slam it behind you, lean against it, open your mouth to be able to breathe again. The party looks at you expectantly.
She's still alive.
Who?
Gosh dang it.
Who
But
is?
is the door still there?
It is full of smoke and difficult to see.
Your girlfriend's
Did you chuck a
backstabbing.
stone? See if it hits a door on the other side.
Hope again, shattering Varel's world with the world's most obvious idea.
But she's still alive.
But if the door, the stone wouldn't, right? So maybe her face is on the ground.
Her face was above the door.
Oh, not on
Well,
the
it was
door.
when you last saw it.
Sure.
Stanley, maybe you just need to make nice with your girlfriend.
I'm not going to be nice to her.
I'm just saying, she likes
Besides,
you.
I can't even get out there now. It's full of smoke.
Oh yeah.
Shall I bring a rock?
I'll pick up one of the little things from the eyes of the zombies I pulled out and hand it to Varel.
Thank you, Hope.
Thank you, Varel.
All right. With my lantern, with my rock in hand, keeping low, run all the way down the hall.
All right, you make your way back down the hall with the rock in hand. You make it to the place again. You have the lantern in one hand and the rock. The not the rock. It's the bone finger, right?
Yes.
You got
The
bone
eye
finger.
stabber.
You make your way down with these two items and get close. You see the ledge. Can't really make out if there's a door there or not.
All right. Underhand throw. Down the hall.
You reach down. You go to toss. It moves up into the air and then there's a bug in front of me. Jesus.
I was watching it.
A big fly. Oh my god. Toss the bony finger into the smoke. It disappears into the smoke. And we'll find out next time if there's really a door there or not.
The realest of cliffhangers.
Oh my
Well,
gosh,
I mean,
dude.
it's time to end. This is as good as the cliffhangers I'm going to get from the second half of the show, being all door business.
It's all doors.
Like, we can't beat the door. We beat a beholder, but this door.
It's all
Good.
doors,
Beat
man.
the trunk.
Gravy.
We can beat the door.
It's all doors now. Well done, everybody. Well done. We've done it again. We've done some cool stuff today. I don't know about you guys, but I had a great day. I came away with some rad new power that I didn't know I was going to have. And that means big stuff for the future. And we got quests to do. This is great. Great episode today.
That's super good to hear because I experienced a can they open a door and can they open a chest show. So I'm good that there's content there for people who may or may not enjoy that part.
Yours.
That's a very good point. But notwithstanding, we'll be back next week to do this again. If you enjoyed yourselves, hey, tell your friends, be here live. If you don't want to be here live and you'd rather listen to it later, that's cool too. If you go to therewillbedungeons.com, all the methods and ways of doing that are there and available to you. I guess that's everything. What else? Therewillbedungeons.com. There will be dungeons. Gmail.com, I think, is the thing we do. If not, just go to the website. I can't remember. I never remember if we do that thing or not. But follow us on Twitter. That's always fun. There Be Dungeons. That's right. There Be Dungeons. And follow Bo at Bo Schwartz. You can follow Kyle at Kyle Ferguson. You can follow Kristen at... Oh, you changed it, Kristen. What is it now? Underscore or something? What is it?
At _ Kristen Ashton _
There it is. I always wanted to do the Dream Destroyer thing. And then, of course, John Jagger at John _ Jagger. And I'm at Scott Johnson. It's going to do it for today's show. Thank you all for listening, watching, and being here. We'll see you next time. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Frog Pants Network. Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.